Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Friday the 1st of March 2024. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. I don't have a cuppa, I just finished one. So I've got my water though, got my bottle of water. I'll move that over here. So today we're going to play with a new stamp set that will be available on the 5th of March in the new online exclusive release. It's called Magnolia Mood. I was trying really hard to resist this one, but I couldn't, so here we are. So let's flip down to the craft desk and I'll make sure I'm live in the right place and we'll get started. So just bear with me a moment. So let me just check I'm in the right place. So yes, that looks right, and I will turn that down. So there you go, I am in the right place. Yay. Okay, so let's just move that across there and then I can see comments if there are any comments. So welcome everyone. So this is the Magnolia, I might just turn my lamp on, it'll flare a little bit, but then it'll be fine. Okay, this is the Magnolia Mood stamp set. It has dies that match the stamp set. So I've got this one already on a block, so these are the dies that match the stamp set. As I said, it will be, hi Marilyn, thanks for joining. It will be available on Tuesday, I think is the 5th of March. Yes, it is. And you'll be able to purchase it then if you're a customer. If you're a demonstrator, we've been able to pre-order these things. So there's a few things coming on Tuesday. I shall just show you a couple. I don't have all of them. There's quite a lot being released, but I don't have all of them. So I've got the Magnolia. Hi, Nairi. I've got the Magnolia Moods bundle, which is just beautiful, and I had my first little play about an hour and a half ago. This is the Latte Love bundle, or it's a little, no, it's a sweet collection. I think it's called a Little Latte. So Latte Love stamp set and dies, and you've got your plunger coffee pot, you've got we used to call this a percolator coffee pot, but I don't know if that's what they call it now. I don't know. And I find that this one is more American or European. When we travelled, there were lots of those around when we were over in Italy and Europe last year. But in Australia, we don't tend to use those ones as much. Anyway, I cut out all the dies to show people how they work. So this is the plunger one, or I think Americans call it a French press. But to me it's a plunger because you plunge it down. And this one, and there's two little cups you can cut out as well. So that's got designer series paper, ribbon, and some beautiful swirly embellishments. And then this is, hi Lynn, thanks for joining in. This is another one that's coming on Tuesday, and it's called Happy Little Things. Now it is a bundle. It has two banner dies. I didn't get the banners, the dies, because I didn't think I needed them. But it's photopolymer, and yes, these go inside that if you're very clever at lining it up. This was one of my attempts, and I didn't. Actually, when I look at it now, I did quite nail it. I didn't think I did, so I used another one. But yeah, so that's another one which I thought would be good for scrapbooking as well. Celebrate, wishing you love you. You could use all those sentiments on a scrapbook page. So these are just the three I've gotten from the online exclusives that are coming on March 5th. So let's have a play with this one. As I said, I only had a little play just before we started, and yeah, I haven't even made a proper card completely. So okay, I've used my all-time favorites, stylish shape dies. Now I'll tell you why I've used that. I went to get the Labels Aglow dies out because it's got a really nice long skinny banner, and that's not in the die pack. So I have dropped that somewhere in my craft room, and I need to do a little bit of a search for that. So I had to resort back to my stylish shape dies. So I've got a banner cut out with that. And I've used the Distress Tiled 3D embossing folder because it's one of my favourites. So I've used a couple of old favourites to go with this new one that's coming on Tuesday. Okay. So what we've got here is an A5 card base, and it's 14.9 centimetres long by 21 centimetres, and it's scored at 10.5, and in inches that is 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and it's just folded in half. Look at that. I've already grubbed on it. Where's my little rubber? Here it is. There we go. And then we've got a layering matting piece of basic grey, 10 centimetres by 14.4, and in inches it's 4 inches by 5 3/4. And then I've already embossed this panel of fresh freesia. It's 9.5 by 13.9, or 3 3/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So they're just all your basic layering matting pieces for your card front when we're working with A4. So hi Margaret. So yeah, so that's just the basic layering matting pieces, and as I said, I've already embossed that with that beautiful distressed tile 3D embossing folder. I really love that folder. So let's get rid of our little post-it notes. I'll put them to one side because I use those ones all the time. Now this stamp set has got dies that cut out the images. So you've got one that will cut out this image, this one. You've got a die that will cut out this image, a die to cut out the leaf, and a die to cut out the bud. But then these other ones are detailed dies, and they're really quite interesting. Look at that detail. Hi Joan. Look at that detail. Isn't it gorgeous in that die? So I have already pre-cut one of those in basic white, and you can see you've got the I was going to say creases, but they're actually cut through in the detail of the magnolia. Isn't it gorgeous? I just think it's beautiful. Oh, you searched for an hour, Nairi, for a die. Oh, at least you found it. Yeah, I only just realised about 10 minutes before I went live that it's MIA. So I'm going to have to, and I would have used it probably at Christmas time, because the labels of glow dies match the Brightest Glow stamp set. So it's obviously been missing when I used it at Christmas. So I will have to pull out my die cutting little table and have a little look for it, because I don't know where it is. So I hope, fingers crossed, I can find it. Okay, so this is a beautiful stamp set. It's absolutely stunning. So let's get some ink onto our beautiful magnolia. So that's the image. Look at the quite stressful. Well, I guess, Nairi, it's just going to be a pack of labels. I won't dies I won't be able to on sell when they retire because one's missing. If I can't find it, not to worry. This is a beautiful magnolia stamp, and look at the detail in it already. It's got lots of shading in it, and it's just beautiful. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. We've all been there. I try really hard not to go there, but obviously I'm there at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to ink up our magnolia in basic grey, and I'm going to colour it 2 different ways. I was trying to, I'll show you. This is what I want to do. I did Google magnolias before I started, and they are pink, purple, white and yellow. They're the colours of magnolias. Did the blue tongue lizard steal it? No, because he only got downstairs underneath the couch in the family room. Once before, just after we moved in here 7 odd years ago, or is it nearly 8? It's nearly 8. One actually climbed the stairs and got into the spare bedroom, a blue tongue lizard, and I didn't know, and Rosie started going off her head barking at something, and I got up to go and have a look at it, let's see what she was barking at, and the blue tongue lizard was in the spare room opposite my craft room. So the sneaky little bugger, I don't know how it climbed the staircase, how it got from the sliding door across the family room, down the hallway, up the staircase and into the spare room without Rosie or I noticing it at the time. But yeah, I threw a towel over the top of it and shut the door and rang my husband. So if the lizard had got upstairs, I could think he might have stolen it, but not this time round. So this is one I played with just beforehand, and I thought magnolias aren't yellow all the way up, not that I am aware of. So I wasn't really happy with that. And so then I got my colour lifter on to try and take the colour off. And then I did Fresh Freesia, and once again I wasn't really happy with the colour going all the way up the petals, because I suppose the purpley pinky ones could, but this was done with a blending brush, this piece here. So I'm going to colour with blends the leaves and try and do the magnolia itself with a little blending brush. That's how I'm going to try and tackle this to make it authentic. So I'll just ink this up with my basic grey, and I'll turn it round to make sure it's going to fit. Or maybe I don't turn it round. No, I don't need to turn it round. So I'm just going to stamp that down. So that's it. We shall close our basic grey for the moment, and we will clean our stamp and put it back. What's the problem you've been having, Lynn? Losing dies or blue tongue lizards? I shall put my stamp back into its stamp case, seeing that I have a mission to find a die. I don't want to lose a stamp. Okay, so how beautiful is that image? Can you see how lovely and detailed it is? Just stunning. Colouring the magnolia. Ah, good. I'm glad it's not a blue tongue. Yeah, with flowers, flower stamps, I like to do them the colours that the flowers come in, and I don't like to go off on a tangent. Even though blue's my favourite colour, we don't have blue magnolias, so I don't want to do a blue magnolia. So yeah, I've got to try and perfect how I colour them, I think. But how stunning. I mean, you don't even have to colour it. It's stunning by itself. So here's one I've already die cut and prepared earlier. So that's the one we're going to use, but I did want to show you how stunning it looks when it's stamped. So let's move that out of the way, and I've got my light, oh, there goes a noisy motorbike, of course. I've got my light Daffodil Delight. I ordered Lemon Lolly stamping blends this morning, so they'll be on their way in the next day or two. And light Old Olive, and I've got my colour lifter. I've got my little mini brush for colouring the magnolia. So let's see how we go with this. I'm not liking my chances of getting it very well done, but anyway, let's give it a go. I believe the centre of the magnolias are yellow, where all the, I think it's stamen, I think that's what they're called, is yellow. So I've just done that with my light Daffodil Delight, and then with my light Old Olive, I'm just going to put a little bit of colour. I'm not going to do much shading, because with the detail on the stamp, it's already got shading. So I don't think we need to go down that path. So I'll just do that. Let's just work around our leaves. And I'm doing the leaves first before I do the magnolia. because if any of the fresh freesia goes over onto the leaves, I don't think it will show up as much. Fingers crossed. It was a hot one yesterday. Woof. And it's very muggy today. I still don't like the humidity. But yes, we certainly had a hot summer. So, and Rosie has just come back into my craft room and she's choosing between her 3 beds as to which bed she's going to lay her little body down in. She had a groom yesterday. Your neighbour's is hot pink on the bottom, cream on the top. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think we've got a white magnolia in our front yard, and it's the one that has a little bit of yellow in it, but it's predominantly white, so I don't want to colour it yellow like that because that's not really accurate. So the stresses. They're gorgeous trees, but the flowers only last like a few days. They bloom, they open, they're a bud, open, and then they're gone. Blink and you miss it. But they are beautiful. When I used to commute to Sydney to work many years ago, I used to catch the train down the North Shore line. My husband had dropped me at either Wahroonga or Berowra or Wahroonga, and he would drive to his workplace, and then I would catch the train. Oh, it's just starting to rain. I would catch the train down the North Shore, and I used to love looking at the magnolias along the way as I went down the North Shore line, and also the jacarandas in November time. November, that was always beautiful. Used to make the train trip so pleasant. So I'm just going over the leaf with my colour lifter just to lighten that a little bit. It takes a little minute for the colour lifter to kick in, but it will kick in and lighten that up a fraction. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's hitting my little pergola roof just outside my window. So now what I need is a scrap of paper. Oh, I know where that is. I know where I could get one. Let's just grab this. This side's better. The other side had my Hills of Tuscany playing. It's nice and heavy. It's not too heavy here yet, but Rosie and I didn't go for our walk this morning. We were a bit lazy. I laid in bed a bit longer than I wanted to, than I should have. No, I wanted to lay in bed. But I probably should have got up and gone for my walk because we were going to go later this afternoon. So you can see I'm just doing very, very carefully. I'm just adding a little bit of fresh freesia, which is purpley pink. And I think to me this is more like what a magnolia will look like. You can hear the rain. Oh wow. You bet you heard the noisy motorbike too. Yeah, the humidity is a killer, Myri, I agree. I was trying to find Lynn's comment about the neighbour's hot pink on the bottom, cream on the top. Yeah, see that's, even thought Berry Burst might be a good colour, but I thought I'd stick with something not too dramatic. And I'm just doing it ever so carefully. So where's my couple of practice ones? So that was with the blends. So I did dark fresh freesia there, then light on top, and then I went back over it with the colour lifter to try and lift some of the colour off to make it sort of white or creamy on top. But it didn't really work, and I thought it looked a bit patchy. So I just tried it again. But this section here was with the blending brush, so that's why I'm trying the blending brush now. But you can't, even though it's the teeny tiny one, you can't sort of get into the little nooks and crannies. as easily. But I guess it's just a perception, isn't it? It doesn't have to look like the perfect flower. I think that's pretty good. Now I am going to try and put a little bit of colour on this one. My other favourite flower, well, I've got many favourite flowers, but Double Delight is my favourite rose, and with the stippled roses I haven't had a try at trying to do a Double Delight rose, but I must try that. I think sometimes it's best to stop, and I think I might stop. Okay, we'll close that up. I'll get rid of my samples. And I think, what do you guys think? Do you think that looks, oops, where are we? What happened then? What's going on now? Let me look. Have I frozen? What's going on? What's going on? I know, I'm still, looks like Facebook is doing something funny to me, but I think that's sort of as accurate as I could get a magnolia to look. Because I'm not the best blends colourer. I have a go, but I'm not the best. Okay, so let's put some of our layers together. Oh, don't tell me Facebook is giving me grief yet again. I hope not, because that would be not acceptable behaviour. Okay, so this is onto my, what is it called? Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. I'm just matting that onto my basic grey piece. And I used basic grey because we stamped in basic grey ink. But you could probably, oh good, you could probably use Smoky Slate. Smoky Slate might be a bit light. You could use grey granite, that would work. Probably the rain, yeah. Well, it can just go away. So, and I've got this piece here, and I've got this ribbon which I thought would tie in with the Smoky Slate. So I'm not sure whether I want to do a bow or what I want to do. And where's my little banner box? And I've got a banner. I'm going to have a look for that die after this video. So I could, so normally I have a card already made to show you and then I just go from there, but today, no. I was doing a bit of baking this morning and I'm just having a look, and I made this banana bread and it's sunk in the middle. I was so disappointed because that's for a class tomorrow. And I thought, really? Why did you have to do that when I got it out of the oven and put it down on the counter? That didn't have to happen and you just did it. And I thought, I'm not happy with you. Okay, so I'm just looking, and then I thought I'd put this one like so. And then here's the banner. This banner's a bit bigger than I wanted, really. Actually, I don't like that banner. I'm going to have another thought. I'm not sure if I like the ribbon like that. Maybe I shall do the ribbon like this and put a bow either side. That's what we might do. So yeah, normally I'm all organised and I've already got a sample card ready to go, but not today. Not today. So I was going to do it landscape, so I will continue down that path, down that rabbit hole. That's probably too far over. So I just attached my ribbon with a little bit of double-sided tape on the back, which that's not going to work. It's not going to hold it in place. I have to do two pieces. and just wrap it round, and another little bit of double-sided tape on this side. If I can find the end, there it is. So yeah, I've got a class tomorrow. We're doing the Happy House Plants kit, and I've got 4 people coming, which is good. That's not secure. Oh, look, why is this happening to me? Yeah, I've got 4 people, and one of them's my daughter. How nice is that? She saw the kits and she said, oh, that's really cool. I could hang that in my little house. I said, well, you could come to the class and make it yourself. Loving mother that I am. I thought, you're not getting mine. So she's coming. So it's good to work on the fly. Yeah, I get a bit nervous working on the fly because I sort of think, oh, what if it all goes pear-shaped? But you know, still not sure if that ribbon is secure. It just seems a bit wobbly. Okay, so let's try again. We'll move it over, and I'm just going to do it like so, so we get these leaves poking out. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my die because my other flower image will go over the top, and that will work. So I'll just hold that down. So I don't think it's cutting in and out now. I think the Facebook's behaving itself. Okay, and then I'm going to put that like so, and then there's room for, I might have to stamp and fussy cut. Okay, so let's put some dimensionals on the back of our Magnolia. I might put one in the middle too. I probably should have put one over there. Oh yeah, they came off. Come on, move. Move, move, move. So let's just sort of work it, put it in place where you think you'd like it, and push it down. I think that's coming together. The colours look quite pretty, don't they? And I do like the colouring of the Magnolia because I think that's more true to real life. Just a little bit around the, and nothing on the top, because they are white or cream on the top. I think so. Now I've got a siren going past. Honestly, you wouldn't think I actually lived that close to the Central Coast Highway. But obviously I do. It's obviously going along the highway somewhere. Okay, I think this banner is way too large. It's a bit over the top, and I don't like it. So now I need to find an offcut of something. Oh, I did get something else today from Stamping Up. That's in the online exclusives. I got this Zinnia 3D embossing folder. The colouring day one. Oh, you're too kind, Lynn. Too kind. I got this, and I saw a demonstrator do something really fascinating with this folder, so I'm going to have to try with that. The days are not long enough, even though I'm not at work. They're still not long enough. Okay, so that's going to go there. What did I do with my ribbon? I wound it up before I was finished. I was thinking I might try and do a side bow. And see how that goes. This is so lovely, this ribbon. I'm really glad it carried over. So I hope everybody got what they wanted from Celebration, because it's all over Red Rover. Oops, that's not working. But I think it was a good celebration this year. We had lots of really nice products to choose for free, and I think I think everybody liked what they could choose from, which is nice. It's nice to keep everyone happy. I'm trying to make this as small as I can. The other thing I've been working on this week is my gifts for onstage. So heading down to Melbourne in a week and a half. Wow, it's coming around quick. Better get my suitcase down. Yeah, and I don't make swaps. I used to. Many years ago, I used to make swaps all the time. I'm thinking, let's just cut that and we'll work out its position in a little minute. I just make team gifts now. So I've got 5 team members out of my 16 team, I think, coming. So that's pretty good. A third. I'm thinking that could go like, in the middle. Let's just stamp our sentiment. That's going to be way too big, so I'm going to pop that back into my banner box. And I'm going to stamp in basic grey. What did I do with it? Here it is. And this has got a really nice happy birthday. And it's also got thank you for being you. Just a note to let you know that you are loved. It's really nice sentiments, actually. They're all sentiments I would use. So you could put happy birthday on the front and thank you for being you inside. And I like it because the script matches, the font matches. So let's grab our happy birthday out. And I was going to start making my son's 30th birthday card after this video. His birthday is the 25th of March, so I still have a bit to go, but because I'm going to Melbourne, there's a little gap, and I need to fill that gap. I know what I could use. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Oh my goodness, isn't that just so beautiful? Now, shall I fussy cut it? Yes, I think I will. But now I've got to look for that banner die because it's bugging me. It's bothering me that I can't find it. And I never lose anything. You ask my husband. I'm really... I was going to say perfectionist, but that's not probably the right word. I'm very conscious of always putting things away, and yeah, so I don't really lose things very often. So I'm hoping I can find it. Not sure if I'm going to like this. We really are just flying by the seat of our pants today. The rain stopped. It wasn't very long lasting. So let's see how we go. Does anybody have any thoughts on the ribbon, on the bow placement? I think it has to go over the ribbon. I sound croaky, I think. I'm not. I just sound croaky. Sometimes I get so nervous when I start a video that I think, why do I do these things? And then I just start the video and keep going. Yes, I think that's better. It's a little bit more delicate. So, bow placement. Center. I'm the same. If the hubby loses anything, I find it for him straight away. Oh, well, I hope my die's not lost forever. I'll be very sad because it's my favourite, one of my favourite die packs. But because it matches a Christmas stamp set, I tend to only pull it out with Christmas at Christmas time. Okay, so I like the ribbon. You like the ribbon where it is in the centre? Okay, let's do that. Where will we put our greeting? Just down here? Or I think over here is going to get tied up with the leaf. I think it has to go down there. Okay, glue dot. Oh, you've got a 21st to make. Well, girls I think are easier than boys, let me say. But I am going to use the Celebration Trusty Tool paper. I didn't get the stamp set and dies because I thought I don't need them. I can fussy cut those tools. So I didn't get the bundle, but I got the paper. Actually just got another pack of it delivered because I thought that's going to, you know, long lasting. If I continue to do markets, then I've got mail cards for a while. There we go, bows attached. And I think I'll pop this up on little dimensionals. So I'm using that for my son because he's an apprentice carpenter, mature age apprentice carpenter. He's coming toward, no, what has he done? He's about 2.5 years in. That's going to be too big, so we need to cut. But for a 21-year-old girl, what does she like? Is she into music? Is she into flowers? Is she into dancing? These are all the questions we ask ourselves. I think that should be enough. Let's just put a few extras in. Thanks, Nairi. I do get nervous sometimes. I watch other demonstrators and they seem so professional. And I think I'm just a amateur at this scene. Okay, let's pop this down here. There we go. I think that looks quite nice actually. And let's put some glue on the back. So Lynn, what does your she's into art. Ooh. We had a stamp set a while ago that was what was it called? Something art, and it had like the little Stampin' Up re-inkers and pens and stuff. And that was something art. I can't remember what it was called. But have you got the set that's got the easel in it? I don't know what it's called. I don't have that set. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yep, that's me. What you see is what you get. Now, we could put a little bit of Winker Stella on the leaves. But I don't know. What do you think? Should I do Winker Stella or not? I'm not sure. I've got to do bling. Gosh. I'll think about the Winker Stella. You don't have the... You know which one I mean, though. Okay, let's have a look in my bling tin and see. Do we think Winker Stella? I'm not sure. In my bling tin. So we've got silver here, we've got grey ink. So we could go with the festive pearls, the silver and the festive pearls. We've got fresh freesia, so we could go with... I think they might just blend in a bit much, the fresh freesias. I think it might be just a bit too matchy-matchy. Wink it, okay. And what else? And we've got just normal rhinestones. Good old basic rhinestones. Let's have a look at those. They're the little tin. Oh, I do like them. She's not a girly girl, more gothic. Oh my goodness. My daughter went through a bit of a goth stage. I'm glad she came out of it. And like the ballerina that she was, oh my goodness, I'm thinking you can't have black fingernails, you can't have black hair, you can't have, but okay, you just go with the flow. My son's girlfriend, Steph, who's blonde, like natural blonde, she posted a photo of her at 21 because she's 30, and she went through a goth stage too. She had the black straight hair and the black fringe across, and I thought, oh, okay. Everybody goes through that stage, do they? Okay, let's go with basic rhinestones. What about, I'm just thinking about another stamp set, Artistic Impressions, or Expressions, I think it's called. Oh no, Artistically Inked. That one. What about, have you got that one? That might be sort of a bit arty. You could make a background with that and stamp some sort of flowers that are a bit sort of watercolory. Just a thought. Okay, let's put one big one on. Let's do the big one over here. I think there's small, medium and large in this. Yes. I might put that one here and a little one here, and then let's get our wink of Stella. Oh, it has a black streak in her blonde blonde, not blood hair. Ah, well, that I'm glad you got that set, and maybe that could be something you could work with. Just go onto Pinterest, Google, what is it called, Artistically Inked, and you might come up with you know, a really stunning creation. Okay, let's just do a little bit of winky wink. Now, somebody said in America that Wink of Stella is out of stock. I don't know if it's out of stock here because I didn't look that up because I'm a silly nong. So maybe I could have a little look at that because Wink of Stella is so lovely. And that just leaked a little bit. Yeah, my daughter's come out of the other side. She still dyes her hair quite dark, blackish, like dark brown. And she's got beautiful hair. But, you know, I've learned. I saw this quote once. I don't know if I've said this before, but I saw this quote where it takes 2 years to learn how to speak and 60 years to learn how to be quiet. I love that quote. That quote is my motto now, like that. There we go. I'm quite happy with that. Look at that. You always got to spare. Yeah, okay. Now let me just see if I can... I had Stampin' Up open. What did I do with it? It's gone. I must have closed it down. What a twat. Let me just get on to Stampin' Up and have a look in... Inventory status report. Not orderable. Nope, we can order it, so it must be just America. So it's saying, oh, hang on, Bell Punch, Modern Label Punch, Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. Okay, so that's all that. Bow Punch, Specialty Plate. A Flight and Airy, that's, oh, we actually sold out of that. Well, that's gone anyway. Bubble Bath cardstock, Pretty Peacock cardstock, Fluid 100 watercolor paper. No, we can still get Wink of Stella, so that is available here in Australia. So it must be a US thing and not us. So it's hard to keep your mouth shut. Oh, Lynn, I like your style. It's very hard to keep your mouth shut sometimes, but I'm learning. And yeah, it is good news, Nairi, about the Wink of Stella, because I should actually put one of them on my next order, even though I always have. I think I've opened my last one, so I better have another look at that. Yeah, it is hard to keep your mouth shut, but you come out a better person if you do. Well, that's what I think anyway. So that's our card. Well, that's not going to work. Hang on. Turn my light off. It's because the light's coming in from the street, the window. That doesn't look very good. It looks better in real life, I promise. That's our card for today. I'll take a photo of it and put it up on my my Facebook page. So thanks for watching, guys. I don't know how long I went. I got too busy chatting. 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Colouring and chatting. I got too busy. Goodness me. Thank you for watching, ladies. I really appreciate your support. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share my page as I try to grow it. Because this is my little business now that I'm retired. It's my little, you know, soft income. So have a great weekend, everybody. Stay cool with this humidity and heat. And I'll see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. Bye for now.